Thank you for joining us. Welcome to LumioseStation.
Yo, what is going on LumioseStation? This is your boy Dan, aka aDrive, and you another episode of Never Say Never, where I take your sets in the comment section below in the lower tiers, NU and PU, and battle it out with some other opponents. Now we are making a quick switch up to this series this week, and we're going to be doing it live. So if you want to see this series live again in the future, hit that like goal to 500 likes, guys. Show me that you have some support here for LumioseStation and for your homie aDrive. That's me. Of course, you can check out my channel in the description below with all the other information there. And of course, do not forget to leave your sets, because otherwise I won't have any Pokemon to use. So anyway, let's run through the team that we're rocking with right now. The first Pokemon I'm going to be rocking is actually from Excess OO, which is giving us Credilli with Chesto Berry. Kind of interesting. It's got Resto, Chesto, Stockpile, Ancient Power, and Giga Drain. So really cool, modest nature. So it's a specially attacking set, but it's got a little bit of power to boost its defenses and then hopefully rest up, especially if it gets toxic. Our next Pokemon we're rocking is actually Budweiser the Kecleon, rocking Life Orb with Protein. If you guys don't know, Protein Kecleon hits really hard because everything's getting stab boosted. So you're going to be rocking Drain Punch, Knockoff, and of course Ice Punch, I believe. And Trick Room is going to basically allow him to outspeed everything on the team. Now the team isn't exactly catered to the Trick Room, but we do have a relatively slow team, so it should work out relatively well as well. We also have Jet the Swellow. Speaking of fast Pokemon, we're running a Choice Spec Swellow, which is actually one of the standard sets, but it's running Boom Burst, Heat Wave, Air Slash, and Hyper Beam, I believe, maybe HP Fighting. So thank you, Josh, for that set. We got this little Swellow here, which should hopefully do some work, because Boom Burst, Scrappy, Boom from Swellow is going to do a lot of damage, so I'm really excited for that. We also have Angry Senpai, which is our, sending us a Metallicana, which is a Lyron with EVO Light. I've never actually used this Pokemon before in competitive, so it's got Head Smash, Stealth Rocks. Stealth Rocks are crucial, obviously, Earthquake and Home Claws. I'm excited to use this guy, because he's going to run through people. We have Lantern, named, with a Volt Absorb. It's got, kind of a defensive set, especially defensive, with a little bit of bulk, running a little bit of, you know, team support with Thunder Wave and Scald, and I believe Heal Bell, we threw it on there as well. And the last Pokemon, I believe, is Arbok Cubelios, which is going to be running Adamant Nature, rocking fully offensive with Coil Substitute, Gunk Shot, and Sucker Punch. Is really cool because Coil is going to boost the accuracy of Gunk Shot, and that is going to do a lot of damage. So I'm going to find myself an opponent right now, since we are doing this live, and I'm going to cut, and you'll see me in the battle. Alright guys, we are here, we are back, ready to get our match against Mally here, who's rocking a pretty interesting team in the NU tier. Let's see here, so that Lapras is always a threat, could have Water Absorb, and of course Dragon Dancing Lapras, gotta keep an eye out for that. The Armaldo is probably Rapid Spin, maybe Assault Vest. Kangaskhan has priority, so I have to be worried about that. Lairon is probably my best check for Kangaskhan. Luckily, Lantern actually has a pretty decent matchup against a lot of his teams, so I do need to keep that in mind. The Pikachu Lightning Rod is a bit scary, but we'll find out what kind of Pikachu set it is. So in terms of leads, I'm a little bit conflicted here, because I'm thinking he's gonna lead with either Pikachu or Kangaskhan or Armaldo, and I guess the best lineup for that would be Lairon, because EQ is gonna kill Pikachu, and Head Smash is gonna do a lot to Armaldo. I can set up my own rocks, which are relatively good. It's gonna do a lot to a couple of his Pokemon. So let's actually lead with Metallicana here, our Lairon. I think that's gonna be our best bet. I'm a little bit worried about the Pikachu, but I could take a Thunderbolt and an Earthquake back, and if I trade, you know, a good portion of Lairon's HP to kill Pikachu, then I consider that a successful trade, because that Pikachu is a problem. It really runs through a lot of my team. Cradily can handle it, I guess, but there's always a potential of him having, like, Brick Break or something, which is kind of scary. So he's going to leave with Granite, which is indeed his Armaldo. Nice and shiny Armaldo, looking beautiful as ever. So I think he's probably going to try to set up Stealth Rocks. Now, I have a really good opportunity here, knowing I can pretty much take any hit from this thing, and I can actually just go for a Home Claws and fire off a Head Smash, because I don't believe, let's see here, he's going to be running Stone Edge, he's probably going to be running X-Scissor, he might have Knockoff, which is a bit scary, but I can't avoid the fact that he's going to set up Stealth Rocks either way, so I'm thinking I should just Home Claws, fire off a Head Smash, and say goodbye Granite, and that'll be that. I'm just debating on whether the Head Smash is necessary. Yeah, let's go for the Home Claws first. He's probably gonna set up. He's gonna go for Superpower. Oh, I didn't even know this thing got Superpower. Oh, am I gonna take it? We live it! Oh my goodness, we actually live the hit. That's gonna be a wasted Home Claws, but at the very least, I guess the Superpower is gonna drain his health. Wow, good play. I typically don't see Armaldos with Superpower, so I can either go for the Stealth Rocks here, or I can go for the head smash. If I go for Stealth Rocks, then I think I'm just gonna go for the head smash, because if he goes for Stealth Rocks, at least I could trade the Pokemon. He's gonna go for X's, and that's gonna knock me out. So, wow. But what that does do for us is that allows me to get in Cradily and go for a stockpile. That's what this does. It allows me to go into Cradily and get up a stockpile, which I otherwise wouldn't have been able to do because he has superpower. So at least I can get one stockpile up because he has -1 attack, -1 defense. So I think that's going to make the most sense. I'm a little bit surprised about the superpower there. I misplayed that horribly, thinking that he was not going to carry. Most things that I've seen don't actually have superpower. So he's going to go for another one. Curious to see how much this does. This actually is going to do about half. With the attack drop and my boost, I'm actually in good shape here because I can either do one of two things. I could go for a second boost, which might not be a terrible idea, or I can waste my Resto Chesto right now. But I'm thinking the Giga Drain is going to make the most sense because no matter what comes in, barring the Rapidash, we should be okay, but I do believe we could take a hit from the Rapidash. So I'm thinking we should just go for the Giga Drain, unless he's Sap Sipper Girafarig, which would be really crazy. I guess he could be Sap Sipper Girafarig, though. He could be Sap Sipper Girafarig. Do I want to go for another? Let's go for Giga Drain. He's gonna go for another superpower, so really just pushing the superpower. I know I can live this unless it's a crit. We do indeed live it. He's gonna just keep getting these attack and defense. I think, unless he's Assault Vest, this Giga Drain should be able to get us enough health back that we can live another superpower at this point. Now we're definitely gonna have to Resto. I think we can live another superpower because he's really weakened right now. I'm thinking they're probably just gonna fire off another one. -3 attack on +1 defense. This is gonna be there's the swap. So I'm assuming the Rapidash is gonna come out. Okay. So Rapidash comes out. We did weaken that Armaldo. I'm gonna guess that Armaldo might be Assault Vested. This is tough. So the Rapidash I know can do a lot of damage to us. The good thing is we're gonna wake up. We're gonna be full health here. We are +1 defenses. Now we're gonna go for that Ancient Power, and we're gonna keep our fingers crossed we get that 10% boost, because that would be absolutely phenomenal. We're already down a Pokemon. He's going for the low kick. Oh my god, Mally is prepared here. That is gonna do a good amount of damage, and it is Life Orb, so that kind of explains the damage there. The Ancient Power is gonna come off here. It's gonna do a lot to the Rapidash. I don't know if it's gonna kill, but it's come so close to killing. We don't get the boost. I'm thinking we should just Giga Drain here to get some health back. But the Ancient Power boost would be phenomenal. It really would be. Because we're not going to live a superpower from the Armaldo anyway. We have really nothing that wants to come in on it. So I'm going to go for the Ancient Power here, hoping that... there's the Flare Blitz, actually. So smart play on Mally's part, hoping that the Flare Blitz is actually going to knock her out with the recoil damage. That's exactly what happened. So Mally here, my opponent, is playing out exceptionally well. I'm not able to get off the Ancient Power, which is going to negate our opportunity to get a boost up. So I'm assuming the Armaldo is going to come in because it has a free opportunity to superpower against us, which is really scary. So I'm thinking it's Assault Vested based on the way it took that damage, because Armaldo's typically not that specially defensive. In comes Ruby, which is actually the... this thing. What is this thing? It could have Ice Beam. This thing could have Ice Beam. I'm gonna hope that, we're just gonna get a drink, because at this point I think we're safe to stay in here. Maybe they'll forget we have, we're rocking Storm Drain. Maybe we can count on the Storm Drain forgetfulness here. Wow. So we are 5-5. There's the waterfall. They do forget about the Storm Drain. We're getting that special attack raise, which is absolutely phenomenal. I don't know why no one realizes this thing gets Storm Drain, but that's going to be huge for us, because we're going to get a huge amount of HP back, bringing us back to about half, which is phenomenal. I am still a bit scared of the potential for... I think actually we could just go for the Ancient Power here. That should kill, because I don't want the swap into Girafarig to be a thing. I'm a little bit worried about the Girafarig swap. So it's got Waterfall. That leads me to believe it's probably got Ice Shard. It might be the Dragon Dance variant. So let's go for the Ancient Power here. A little bit risky. There's the Ice Beam, so it is actually mixed. We should be able to take one Ice Beam, because it's not gonna have full investment. We are gonna be able to live it. Go for the Ancient Power. That should knock this thing out. We are +1 special attack, and that does indeed knock it out. And we're fishing for this boost, because why not? If we're gonna use Ancient Power, we should try to get that boost. So we're gonna take out 2 Pokemon with Cradily here, which has been bodying my opponents. It's very, very good, and it also did put a nice little dent in the Armaldo. So I'm curious what the next switch in comes the Armaldo again. So I believe this Armaldo might be in a spot where it actually would have to go for Superpower here. So let's just go for Giga Drain, and we'll see. There's the superpower, so that's actually really good for us because that's going to give us an opportunity to, you know, switch in something and be able to take a hit. So superpower and X's are the two moves we've seen so far. It's definitely got a rock move because it's stab. Now, is the last move knockoff, or is it earthquake, or is it rapid spin? I'm going to assume rapid spin. I think this could be an opportunity for us to go into our Arbok potentially. Arbok is able to, you know what though? Jet could come in and boom burst, but I am still afraid of, let me think. I don't believe I have any priority in this thing. I just don't want to take, I don't have any priority. So bringing in Budweiser is a terrible idea because we're going to outsped. Lantern is not going to like to come in. I don't know if a boom burst is not going to kill. An air slash probably won't kill either because of the assault vest. So Jet isn't really a good switch in either. Lantern could probably take a hit as long as he doesn't have, the earthquake. And this same kind of deal with Cabellios, but Cabellios isn't going to want to take a hit. I could coil, then I could definitely take a hit, but we're not really in a good spot here with this guy. Cabellios is good because it hits everything hard, but I think I could save it for another turn. It might be better to save it. Let's go into Lantern here, because the Skull is going to do a lot to everything on his team, and he's going to be risking the burn, of course. So I'm a little bit worried here. I could also Volt Switch out, but I think the Skull is the best play. It might bait in that Pikachu, potentially expecting like a Volt Switch. But I'm just hoping that this thing is not carrying the Earthquake right now, because if it is carrying Earthquake, we're going to be in a lot of trouble. I'm going to assume this set is Superpower X is a Rapid Spin Rock move, potentially Rock Slide, Rock Blast, or Stone Edge. Because the Earthquake doesn't really fit if you're going to be rocking Superpower, because Superpower kind of covers your Steel types. We're going to go with that Scald. We're going to see if this gets the burn. It's actually not even going to matter. It's going to knock him out because we are especially offensive. I forgot that this Lancer is actually rocking specially offensive. So maybe it wasn't Assault Vested Armaldo. There's a potential it wasn't. But now we removed every potential for him to have a Hazard Setter, which is really good, because now we're in a better spot. So this is actually standard Pikachu. Looks like this is standard Pikachu. So that means we negate his Electric type attacks with our Volt Absorb. There's the Grass Knot. I know we can take this. We have full special defense events, but I doubt this is going to be a 2-hit KO. That does absolutely nothing, because Lantern is not that heavy, and Lantern is running max special defense. We're going to hit that Skull, and then it's going to do a ton of damage, and we are in a very, very good spot. This is Fly Pikachu, ladies and gentlemen. I have no idea why. I'd imagine it's just for the banters. Shout out to Patters. I don't know why you're running Fly Pikachu right now. In comes the Fly. That is hopefully going to do 0 damage. That does really nothing. That was a crit. No, that wasn't a crit. We're going to hit the Skull. That's going to knock out the Pikachu. So what I looked at as being the biggest threat on the opponent's side of the field is officially gone. And I do have to give Mally some credit for the initial sets there, because there was a lot of stuff that was throwing us off, including the Superpower Armaldo, which I know isn't that not standard, but I was not expecting it. Shiny Kangaskhan, which looks pretty cool. Let's see here. I know I can take a Fake Out, but can I take a Fake Out and a return? Probably not. Do I need to save this thing? Probably not. I think we're okay to just fire off a Scald. Do I want to save this thing? Do I want to save it? 2 Pokemon left. It's Girafarig and Kangaskhan. I think we're okay to just let this thing die, because it's a Fake Out and return are going to kill me. I don't think we can take both. There's the Sucker Punch, actually. A little strange, maybe not carrying Fake Out. We're going to live the Sucker Punch, though. And we're going to be able to fire off a big Skull. This is a Life Orb Kangaskhan. If this is not... if this burns, this is game, pretty much. No burn, so a little bit unfortunate there. I'm going to go for the Thunder Wave in case the Sucker Punch is coming again for some reason. But it is the Sucker Punch again, so we're actually able to hit the Thunder Wave here. And that is huge. I don't know why she's running Sucker Punch, but this might be a non-standard Kangaskhan set. Sucker Punch is pretty normal on Kangaskhan, but normally you'd run Fake Out, return, Sucker Punch. There's no reason not to, unless she thinks I was Scarfed for some reason. I don't know what the logic here is. Now we're going to outspeed. There's the non-Sucker Punch move, and we're not going to get the burn, but we're going to get knocked out by the low kick. So lots of moves to take out Steel types. I don't know if she is concerned about Steel types on her team, but Low Kick and Sucker Punch, I don't know where the normal stab is. It doesn't seem to be there. But I'm thinking Cabellios is our best play here. I should be able to come in. It looks like we could take any hit. I should be able to set up a substitute. We got Unnerve. I think that's a mistake. We should have Intimidate, but that's okay. We're going to go for the substitute, predicting the Sucker Punch. because of the paralysis. We're gonna outspeed. There's really no harm in us going for substitute here. We're gonna outspeed no matter what. We might be able to get a free sub up, then a coil, and that'll be GG no re. So we'll see. No actual. So we're gonna find out more of the moveset. It might be EQ potentially. There's the double edge, so that's why she didn't use double edge before. She was fearing taking that recoil damage, unnecessary crit. Is fearing taking the recoil damage, which makes a lot of sense. That's actually going to take down the Kangaskhan, so it puts us in just, and we're left with just the Girafarig. So let me think about this for a second. I think we're in a pretty good spot here because realistically, Swellow's Boom Burst is probably going to knock out the Girafarig. In comes the Girafarig looking beautiful as ever. Looks like that's a contest Girafarig as well. I think our safest play here is just a Sucker Punch. It is going to hit with this, the Sucker Punch. It's probably not going to kill, but it does a good amount of damage, 3/4. There comes the Psychic. I don't think we're going to take a Psychic from a Girafarig. We're not able to do that, but we're able to clean up here without a problem by bringing in Swellow. It is Life Orb as well, so lots of Life Orb users. Kind of strange to see all that. But I believe Jet, the shiny Swellow, is going to be able to come in here. This is actually straight from our homie, what's her name, Winona? Is she the one with the shiny Swellow in the show? And I think we can just fire off a Choice Specs Boom Burst here, and that should easily knock out the Girafarig without any concerns. And it should be a nice, actually, it's only a 2-0. For some reason, I thought we had a lot more Pokemon left, but it's going to be a 2-0 victory in our favor. Really interesting battle. Thank you so much, Mal, for the match. Really, the beginning there, I was thrown off by some unique sets. I wasn't expecting the Superpower Armaldo, but hopefully you guys did enjoy this match here for Never Say Never, guys. Obviously, I switched it up this week. We decided to do live narration instead of post-commentated, so please let me know if you'd rather see more live or post-commentated, and please give me a thumbs up rating. 500 likes would be absolutely phenomenal, guys. I really do appreciate the support. My name is Dan, aka aDrive, and of course, my link is in the description if you want to check out my channel, and I will catch you guys later. Peace!